Hello, I'm Bood and welcome to episode 1 of Rebuilding Aberdeen, part of my rebuild series, a series which I am absolutely loving making, and you guys seem to love watching it. And Aberdeen, yeah, we're in Scotland now. I think this is the 5th, 6th, 7th club flying through these week on week. It's been a lot of fun. Basically, keep getting asked, how do I play so much Football Manager? You know, being a husband. Well, basically, let your little kid watch whatever they want on the iPad. Let your wife watch whatever she wants on the TV. Like The Circle. Have you seen that Circle programme? Okay, I hate it. Let her watch The Circle. I can play on the laptop. Happy days. You've got to find that balance in life. But yeah, thank you as always for joining me for a brand new team. I'm excited about this team. This is the kind of team I was thinking of when I first thought about doing this series. You know, this is the team that won the league last before Rangers and Celtic when Alex Ferguson was manager. Since then, it's been Rangers, Celtic, Celtic, Rangers, Yornsville. And now Rangers are back there. So it's not, you know, it's going to be tough. Aberdeen have been like the number 2 team for a while until last season. I think they finished 4th. So I want to not only get them up there challenging, I want to win the freaking league, but I've only got 3 years to do it. So we'll have to wait and see. Money's going to be tight. This first year is going to be tough, but it's fun. I've said this before, I forgot about Scotland for many, many years. Until last year, FM19, I did a long series with Ayr United, where my family's from. Ayr, fell in love with Scottish football. It's so much fun. You can get really stuck into it and you can build something there. I love it. So yeah, hopefully you're going to love it. If you love it, smash the like button. If you're brand new, feel free to subscribe. If you want to help the channel out a little bit more, you can pledge to my Patreon. This series this week will be the last for a while. We've got the Shelby brothers coming towards the end of the week, and then I'm on holiday for a while. About 10 days in Tenerife. Happiness. Happiness for everyone. Maybe not you, but happiness for me. Let's get stuck into it. So why have I chosen Aberdeen? Well, I've not got any affiliations with Aberdeen. Like, part of my family's Scottish. My family name, Graham, is Scottish. Granddad's from Ayr. I've got no affiliation to Aberdeen, apart from maybe Sir Alex Ferguson. That's where he came from. I grew up with Fergie as my manager, and I know the history of it. And they are the last team to win the league, apart from Rangers and Celtic. But it's not just that. There's a few things. I mean, they're a good sized club. They're probably like, are they the 3rd biggest team? Hibs, Hearts, Aberdeen are probably that next tier, aren't they, behind Rangers and Celtic. Now, just to show you, because obviously I'm using the brand new updated database, all the transfers are up to date, all the teams in the right leagues. But obviously you miss a year when you do that, don't you? So when you look here, they've been second. In reality, we've missed a year. They actually finished 4th last year. So I want to get them back up there. So if I don't get 4th, if I finish 4th, don't think I'm failing. Do you know what I mean? Because Rangers have been on their way back up, and now Rangers are not far behind Celtic, are they? But like I said, it's been a very, 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 very long freaking time. Long time since they've won it. Let's have a look. I mean, you've got to think about it. Fergie's had his entire career at United, retired in 2013, and we've had 6 years since. So if we go down, there we go. So they did win it, 79-80. I was born that year. I was born in the Celtic year. Anyway, Aberdeen won it there. Celtic, Dundee United. How good would it be to see Dundee United win it? Come on, Dundee. I mean, if you go, we'll go back in a minute, but then look, Aberdeen, they're the Fergie years, aren't they? Before we stole him. But if we go back here, what a great time for Scottish football here. Hibernian, Aberdeen, Hearts, Dundee, Kilmarnock. Scottish football needs them days back. And of course, they've had European glory. A Cup Winners' Cup. UEFA Cup Winners' Cup. The first European Cup Fergie won for United as well. That's the first... I think that's the first proper cup I remember getting super excited about as a kid, when Mark Hughes scored a winner against Barcelona. I just remember being a little lad watching that with my dad. Brilliant stuff. But he'd already won it with Aberdeen. Got a Super Cup as well, so that means that's good, isn't it? I like that. 4 league titles, 7 cups, 6 league cups. Financially though, I'm going to be starting with a few mil in the bank and a bit to spend. But I was going to find out there wasn't really anyone who wanted to come, to be fair. Loans weren't going to be great. It was going to be the next year. Things might open up a bit for me then. But you never know. You never know. And this is what I loved about my Ayr United save. It took me years to get anywhere with them. I've got a head start with Aberdeen on Ayr United because I had to get Ayr United promoted. And then when I got in the top league, I was getting lots of frees. loan signings and so on. With this, I'm going to get frees and loans, hopefully. But I'd like to sign a few players. And from my experience now, especially this year, go England. I'm going to be looking at England, scouting England, because England is full of cracking young players that will be awesome players in the Scottish League that are just sitting in under 23s. And of course, I was going to try and improve the staff. I don't think this would be hard. I had a look at it. The only guy I liked was my assistant manager. I was going to get rid of everyone else. I'll show you my new staff later. And just keep plugging at it because I know it works. And we need every advantage we can get on Glasgow Rangers and Glasgow Celtic because they're basically Premier League clubs with massive wage budgets and loads of money compared to what we've got. So we need everything. We need everything we can get to fight them too. Now we'll look at the league rules in a bit, but I'm allowed 5 loan players. I know that. And I've got 3. So I know I can get 2 in. I'm not going to cancel them. I'm going to keep what they are. Keep this team together and maybe add to it a little bit if I could. It's going to be difficult though. Like I said, this first year, I don't know why, but it was just difficult. But I've got some great players. Scott McKenna is quality. Centre half. Didn't know too much about him. Quality. In this league, awesome. 21 years old, 5 caps for Scotland. Brilliant, brilliant player. Craig Bryson, again, really good player. I like a determined player. 31 years old. My goalkeeper. It's so hard to try and get a goalkeeper in this league. You'll find out over the next 2 years. So to have him at least, I was happy. 30-year-old Englishman, handling 16, reflexes 15. In this league, that's top notch. So I was happy with that. I was also happy with this. As a Man United fan, I know all about him. He's been floating around, supposedly being something. Now he used to be rapid. They took a bit off him here. On all the games, he was always a potential really good player. But in this league, he can finish, and he's going to be quick. And hopefully can improve a little bit. I'll be happy with that. Now it is 4-4-2. I did talk about a new tactic, but I'm going to show you that in a minute. Is it 4-4-2 that I'm using? I don't know, maybe. This isn't the tactic though. I'm saving that. I'm teasing you with that because I've been using the Volcano for 14 million years. And I think this squad's set up for a 4-4-2 when I look at it. So I'm changing for once. Hopefully it don't backfire on me. Like I said, we've got a good goalkeeper. I've got a good back four. Devlin's my other really good centre half. So I've got good centre halves. I've got 2 decent left backs. This geezer. Got a guy in on loan who's half decent. Right back's probably not as strong. Logan's good. And obviously going forward, you've already seen Bryson, but we've got Ojo, 26-year-old Belgian. Again, he's pretty decent. Gleeson, decent. Decent. My wingers aren't great, but I like playing wingers here anyway. And we'll have to see about that. We've got Wilson, and then we've got this lad, Cosgrove, who's a big target man, I think. 6'2", 21-year-old Englishman, and they're the kind. See, that's the kind of player he ain't gonna make it in the Premier League. He's a good player. Get freaking scout in England. They're full of him. Wasted talent like this that is awesome in Scotland. So here we are on the tactics screen, and here we are with the Volcano. I love this tactic. I think it's great. I did say this in the past. I wanted it to be part of the series to see what I could do with it because I've had so much success with it. But once I started scouting out there and looking for players and realising I wasn't going to be able to do much this first window, I thought it was best to look for a tactic that fitted my squad. Now, I'm not a tactic guy. I don't do these tactic testing, tactic buildings. I will test other people's tactics against each other and make a video out of it. That's about it. It's never interested me. Once I find something I like, I stick with it. So, I'm using, for the first half of the season anyway, we'll see how it goes, this tactic. I've changed it a bit, but it's from the Reckonist. Reckonist. He's a nice fella anyway, by the way. From Stockport, near where I live-ish. Ilan lives in America. I'll try and put a link to his stuff. If you've never heard of him, go and check him out. You'll find him all over Steam. But I just wanted a 4-4-2. Staff was not hard for some weird reason. Like I said, I've only kept my assistant. I'll show you him in a minute. But when it came to the staff, we've really done a good job here with minimal numbers. Now, I brought in a couple of players. One is Joe Ledley. He's not the quickest, but you know, at 31, got loads of experience at great clubs. He's been in Scotland before at Celtic. Again, another player, just to strengthen my back line. I felt like it needed strengthening. I think on paper he looks brilliant. Plus, he's played for Celtic and Hibernian. Ibis. And they just released him. And like I said, you can have 5 loan players. We already had 3, so I brought in 2 myself. I needed something else on the wing, and I found this lad, who was loaned from Leicester City, 21-year-old. Again, this is the kind of player I mean. It's not English, but you know, he's at a Premier League club in England ain't going to play for them. You're never going to set the world on fire there. But for us, he's got skills that are top quality. And then again, I've signed another player, Joe Worrell, centre half, mainly because this is how bad it was. I could not find a left back for free that I could afford or anything. And I just thought he's worth 2 million. He can sort of cover there, and he can sort of cover it right back. Best of a bad bunch, but I mean, he's a good player, good centre half, 6'4". But honestly, I'm well excited, or was well excited to play this. Actually, I'm filming this today, and I've only got halfway through the second season. I've had loads to do. Going on holiday, aren't I? So now I'm going to try and get them all done, try and get it all played, then just film it all and put them out over 3 days. It's probably going to be like a day on, day off, day on, day off, day on, day off, day on, day off this week. Unfortunately, but it is what it is. I'm hoping this will be out Monday, Wednesday episode 2, Friday episode 3, Saturday, the Shelby Brothers. Now then, what did the board want? Well, this is what qualified for Europa League. Now we're in the Europa League, although we're going to have to do about 1 million bazillion qualifying rounds. Scottish Cup, semi-final, semi-final. Sick of us being, we're just nearly men, aren't we? Oh, semi-finals will do us. Oh, just top 3 will do us. No. I want to take this club forward. And it is a great club. I mean, the stadium itself is a 20,000 all-seater. Beautiful little stadium in Aberdeen. And Aberdeen, didn't it used to be a rich town? Because it's the oil town. Everyone used to be really, really rich. I don't know if it's still the same. I remember working with a guy from Edinburgh, near Edinburgh. He lived near that Fife Bridge. And he always told me that we were rich. I don't know if it's true. Now, we had a pre-season and played 5 games, won them all. So tactics looking pretty sweet, I can't lie. 2-0, 4-2, 5-2, 3-1 and 6-1. So the season's kicked off. We haven't played yet. We're going to be kicking off our campaign against a very good team. One of the best teams at the minute, I think, in Scotland. And that's Kilmarnock away. But, you know, it is what it is. Got a bit of money here. We could do something as the years click on, I think. It's going to be enjoyable. Honestly, I love Scottish football. I was looking forward to getting stuck into this. So here we are, and it's January the 1st. As always, we're jumping in the halfway point, and we're currently 4th. Got a couple of games in hand. If we won them, we would go 3rd. Rangers, top of the league. I mean, I'm nothing against Celtic. It's just nice to not... It just gets samey when Celtic win it. Even if I was a Celtic fan, I'd want a challenge. It bore me to tears as well. So it's good that they're back up there battling out with each other. We're not... But we are quite far behind Rangers, aren't we? They've lost 2, drawn 3. We've lost 4, drawn 4, won 10. Quick look at the league rules. And, you know, first place when it gets 3 million. Bit of a difference, isn't it, compared to the Premier League. And you have that top 6 qualifying for the Championship group stage, don't you? And bottom 6 qualifying for the relegation group. I'm not 100% sure how that works. I'll be honest with you. Explain, please, in the comments if you know. But it is what it is. Continental qualification, top team goes in the Champions League. And the rest go in the Europa League. But it's not bad, is it? I mean, you can have I'm sure you can have 5 lone players, like I said earlier. It's fun, man. Honestly, check this league out. Also, we've got this new tactic. Got a pretty decent team. Defensively, we're alright. Rangers? Wow. Brick wall Rangers. Jesus. When it comes to scoring goals, though, Celtic are on top. They are firing them goals in. Got a good team, aren't they? We're joint 3rd, I'd say. Yeah. Are we? No, we're 3rd. Hearts are joint 2nd. So why is we 4th? I don't get how that works sometimes. It is what it is. If we look here, I started the season off brilliantly. Until we played Hibernian away, until we got beat, really. Got beat 2-1. And then even after that, we carried on kicking ass. To be fair, we did alright. We drew with Rangers 1-1. I beat Celtic 3-2 in my second game on TV. That was quality. So it was brilliant. It's just, I don't know, recently, sometimes with these kind of tactics, that's what I've always loved about the Volcano. For me, personally, it stays consistent for me. This is one of them that's gone great off. So I've been using this one from the Reckonist. Great tactic. All these tactics are good. Try them all out. And obviously I've changed it a bit, but it is pretty much his tactic. So it was alright, but it's gone off a bit. And I just fell out of love with it pretty quick. So I was going to keep the formation. Well, I was going to use another tactic. I was going to change the formation a little bit, but it's still going to look the same, as you can see. But roles have changed. Things have changed. A few mentals have switched. On to the League Cup, though. Now, honestly, the 2 cups are probably realistically the only things I might have a good chance of winning. You never know with a cup, do you? Anyway, we started okay. We beat Motherwell away 2-1. Then drew St Mirren, beating them 3-0 Boston. And then live at Hampden Park, we beat Celtic. Hey, have that. Look who got the hat trick. This is what I mean. On paper, you look past that guy, whatever his name is. Freaking beast in this league. Took us to the final. Where my heart and your heart was beaten by the Hearts. I had us down as a trophy, first season trophy here. Let's check in though on who's doing the business for me with this squad. And there's some good players, some players I'm going to keep. Definitely going to do some rebuilding in the summer. Obviously I'm scouting England mainly. Bit of Brazil. Just because I want to find some little gems. I've got an Argentina. I found a winger in Argentina that I really wanted to get. And obviously I wanted to... Some of these loan players aren't that great. So next year when I get my 5 loans fresh, I wanted to make sure they're good. And I just want... my best tip to anyone is, I know you can do different things nowadays, modern, but I am very old school. I'll get a pen and a pad and I write it down. I write down my squad, I write down what I need, and I go out there and I attack that. So I'd always say that. So I think at the minute here, we could be playing better. Like I said, we went off the boil a bit. I was hoping the new tactic could change our fortunes. But, you know, I mean, the little winger's doing all right. They do not want Scottish teams in Europe because they make it very, very hard. You've got to go through about 1 trillion qualifiers. So were we going to get anywhere near the proper Europa League? Let's wait and see. Well, we started off against Ruzomberok. Now, it's got a little thing above the Z. Probably turns that Z into an F. So I probably said that wrong. The Slovakian. So, yeah, 2-0. 1-0 with a goal from Scott Wright. Pretty even game though, to be fair, but we did enough. We faced Apollon Limassol from Cyprus. Cyprus, love it. Went there all day a couple of years ago. They actually have normal plug sockets. None of this 2 thing. We have to take bloody travel plugs like I am doing next week to Tenerife. Proper plugs. And then we went on a little trip to Cyprus. Made a long weekend of it. Went out on the beer. We're Scottish. We like a beer. And we battered them anyway. 4-1. Easy peasy. Lemon squeezy. Next, we were off to Bulgaria to play Levski Sofia. Beautiful country. Never been. My mum went this year. Pictures looked amazing. We did do these. It was 1-1 actually. It was a draw. Old Joe got our goal. Even on the end, we didn't really need it because we won 3-1. Scott Wright, great season. We deserved it. And we went through to the next qualifier. Where shit got a little bit real. Proper team Feyenoord, no offence. But they are out there from Holland. So to beat these 2-1, good test for my boys. I was really, really happy because I think we were better. And then we went to Holland and won 1-0. Mr. Devlin, thank you, sir, my centre half. Although we don't know how we did that. We got battered. Probably because the day before we made a trip to Amsterdam and got stoned. Well, we got to the group stage, which was amazing because you get good money for this. I'll show you that in a minute. But we came 3rd, unfortunately. 8 points. 1-2, drawn 2, lost 2. So we had a complete set. Perfect. I like everything being the same. We got battered off PSV and Moscow. We drew with Moscow and Bate. What do you call them? Bate? Or B-A-T-E. I'm not sure. But we battered them 5-1 at home. And we beat PSV at home as well. So, yeah. Hopefully we can get back next year, really. Because I felt like we could do more. Look at this! Got 9.7 million. That, to me, that blows my mind. Because you just think Scotland, unless you're Rangers or Celtic, you've got no money. It blew my mind that much that I got in touch with my friend Brian, who is a Rangers fan, lives in Glasgow. Glaswegian dude. And just said to him, when you play Football Manager, no, is this right? And he's like, yeah, you get good money from like your ticket sales. You don't get good prize money, do you? Well, that's good, that. If they can give me that to spend, that's like 90 million in England, that to me. So we've got to a cup final and lost it, which is a bit shit. And we're still in the Scottish Cup, obviously, it's not kicked off yet. And we're out of Europe, but ka-ching. And we're 4th in the league with a new tactic in play. What's going to happen next? Let's find out. Well, let's start by going on a Scottish Cup journey as quick as we can. Is it quick because we get knocked out? Or am I going to try and do it quick? Let's find out. Inverness look like Crystal Palace, don't they? Next up, it was Livingston. Once met a guy from Livingston. Hated me just because I was English. Didn't want to talk to me. Said he wouldn't let me in his house. even if it was cold outside. I didn't do anything to him. We were working together for a whole weekend in London. Lovely guy. Yeah, we beat them and his team 3-1. Then we played Hibernian, Hibernian, whatever you want to call them. We beat them 4-1. Wilson bagged 2. Cosgrove and Worrell got us the goals in a game we absolutely dominated. And we were into a semi-final. Board wanted us in the semis. Could we get to another final? Nearly. Nearly. They scored a freaking equaliser in the 96th minute, by the way. Went to penalties. And we lost. The bloody Gurs. Well, here we are with the final league table, and we did indeed finish 3rd. So we're back into Europe, which is great. Obviously, we were 4th last year, so I've got them up to 3rd. It's breaking them top 2, innit? But to be fair, we had 82 points. Only 4 points behind Celtic. Rangers won the league, which is pretty cool if you're a Rangers fan. It's broken the Celtics 7 years. Is that 7-year hold on it? 8-year hold because they miss a year out, don't they? Updated databases. So it's alright. Cosgrove 3rd on the goal scoring charts. Only a goal behind the top guy. Kapustka joined on the assist charts. Joe Lewis 2nd clean sheets. I mean, it's a good season to be fair. But now we've got a bit of money. If they can release some of that money, I can bring in some loans. I know I can improve this team. I've got a short list of players I know want to come or interested at the minute. I know I could make this team better. Now I've reversed the dates going upwards, and the highlighted one is Livingston, just in case you can't see because of my head. That was the first game with the new tactic, and the rest of that season we only lost 2 games. One's to Ross County and one's to Hibernian. So we drew with Rangers 1-1. We beat Celtic again. And again. And we beat Rangers. We've beaten them. And we drew with Celtic down here as well. We've beaten them and taken points away from them so many times. Now obviously it's going to be a different team next year. There's a couple of players who want to go. I'm going to try and maybe get rid of a few. Get them off the wage bill. Try and pool all my finances. I was going to bring in 5 loan players. I wanted to bring in the guy at the top. Spoiler, couldn't get him. Unfortunately, because look how good he's been for me this year. But, you know, opens doors for new people. And I like finding new players. So I've got some really good ones. McKenna, though, was going to be a battle this summer. All summer. Everton, Watford, West Brom, Wolves, even Celtic won him. They all start offering me a minimum of 9 million. So does he stay? Does he go? Do I cash in? End of the season, 3rd. We got to cup final and lost, but we've done all right. Europe's helped. We've got some decent money here. I could maybe even make more money by selling a good player. So like you see there, look, not bad, eh? Got a bit of money to spend for this league. That's mega bucks. So yeah, 3rd highest goal scorers in the league, 3rd best defence. We're the 3rd best team. Well, this series is all about rebuilding Aberdeen. We don't want to be 3rd. I don't even want to be 2nd. I want to be 1st. There we go. That is the end of episode 1 of Rebuilding Aberdeen. Hopefully you enjoyed it and enjoyed it enough to smash the like button, even subscribe. If you're brand new, come and join the family. Go and check out the rest of the rebuild and go check out some of my story experiments. Go check out all my content. Why not? Thank you very much. If you do, you're an absolute legend. And hopefully you're going to stick with this. I will say right now it is definitely a 3-episode rebuild. We're going to need all 3 years, I think. So, but yeah, thank you. Honestly, support's been amazing. Really, really has been amazing. Channel's going really well. Can't ask for more. I appreciate every one of you taking time out of your busy day to watch me. If you want to support the channel a little bit more, you can place my Patreon. You find a link down below. So again, thank you. You're a bunch of legends. I'll see you for episode 2. I'm Bood. Bye bye.